Hello and welcome back. I've missed you guys. How are you doing? You guys have came back to another episode of The Sky is the Limit. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Cozy up, get comfortable, because we got a great episode for you today. So as I promised, we are going to do another activism of the week. Get another organization going. Let's make it happen. All right, this week I was thinking about it. I was like, where should we go here? And I thought, you know what? I feel like right now it's really hard to be motivated. It's just hard to just get up in the morning because obviously we're all going through something right now. So I wanted to promote, and I want all of us to go check it out, the Active Minds organization. Active Minds is working to destigmatize the mental health conversation. It's a great organization. They're really doing a lot for mental health, and right now is a time to go love yourself. Go read a book. Go write a poem. Go do whatever makes you happy, because right now that's what we need to do. And go support Active Minds. All right, guys, I think it's that time that everyone loves. It's Josh, it's your time to roll that. I'm not gonna sing it this time. Roll the intro. Thank you very much.
You'll go far, go change the world, 'cause sky is the limit, and you'll go far, I'm sure.
Hey, welcome back. Hello. I hope everyone out there is doing great through whatever week of coronavirus this is. I lost count way earlier. I really don't care anymore. But hey, guess what? Coronavirus, screw that. It's all gone because you came here for another episode of The Sky is the Limit. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Before we get going, I just want to say, wow, we actually made it to episode 4. And can I just say, I couldn't have done it without you guys. I don't even know how we got here. I'll be honest, I didn't think we were going to make it here, and I didn't think there were going to be still people watching it at episode 4. So thank you for making it to episode 4. You are the real champions. We got a great interview for you coming up in just a little bit. But before that, I want to do something. I want to introduce you guys to the STL crew. They're the ones behind the work. They're the ones doing the true work that really makes all this come together. So first, on social media, we have the Emily David. She's great. She's fun. She's the nicest person I know. I love you, Emily. Making our website, and we kind of call him on our alternative because he's just helping with whatever we need help with. David Smart. We love him. We love him, David. Then we got the creative director. She's making sure that I'm not messing up. She's making sure I'm saying things at least that are somewhat coherent. Maria de la Cruz from Mexico. Love you, Maria. And then the guy who really did it with me, one of the co-founders, co-creators of STL, the one who's been here since the start, our editor. You've seen some of his comments. I know you guys all love him. Josh Halper. This really couldn't happen without him, without all the team, and always without the people watching. I mean, what would this be without the people watching? I mean, come on. So I just need to say that because they have done so much for this and so much to make this happen. So thank you guys. I love you. All right. So this interview, I am so excited for. This guy, I mean, I'm not even gonna give him much of an intro because he doesn't need it. He's just such an interesting person. Let's bring up the video. This is Judah. Boom, 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 boom. Don't. Cut that, Josh. Cut that. But roll that. Roll the tape.
I'm doing nothing but having a peaceful protest. Here we go. Go.
I thought we fixed it. Have we not been through this? What is this sickness? I thought we mended it. Please bring an end to this. Don't try to put a twist on this. I know the victim is. God help us fix this quick. What does my heart say? I listen partly, but do not partake. At least heartbreak. I learned the hard way to be a star, babe. It takes the hard things to make your heart sing. Know who you are, know who you are. Come from the highest, His Highness's guard. I am the light, why I'm bright like a star. I know world's finest, my specialty's bars. How can I sleep when the rest of me charge? Why should I weep when they rather me hard? Harder than diamonds, the artist designer. These perfect with timing, that's why I keep rhyming. I'm back on my set, man, I'm back on my set. I can't take a step till I thought I was next. They press and they press cause they know I won't settle. I'm more with devils, that's how you jump a level. They drop like pedals, it's beautiful, ain't it? Takes dedication to rule over Satan. So watch as I break him, it's not about races. It's all about patience, my face will stay gracious. I see now and in me as my heart say. I listen partly, but do not partake.
All right, hello, Judah. We have Judah in the house. Judah, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey.
I'm doing great.
Hey, there
How
we
are
go. I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. That video, that song, everything about it, loved it. And I feel like in all of your music that you bring a very personal and unique value that I really appreciate, honestly. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, I need Judah on the show. I need Judah on the show. And so
Definitely.
I'm just gonna get right into it. What, like, Fix It, like, can you just tell us your inspiration for it, your whole process in it, and your just whole journey through that song?
Well, when I wrote it originally, when I first started writing it, I remember I started off making the beat, and you don't necessarily know what you want to write about when you start making instrumentation for a song. So you just kind of go on with the vibe that's coming from what you're making. And I was really feeling it. And I remember I would be like in LA, I would go jogging, listening to this track that I was making. I would run up to Runyon Canyon. I'd be really, really high up, and I would be able to see things like from that perspective, from high up. I could see the whole city. Well, as time went on, you live life and you go through the waves of life. Things go up, things go down. And for me personally, when I started writing the lyrics to this song, I was writing this song about myself. This was something to do with something that I was dealing with in myself, that I was struggling with. Have we not been through this? You know what I'm saying? I thought I'd been through this already. I thought I was, past this particular thing. And basically, that's where the hook came from. And then I started writing the verse. And as I got through the recording process, that's when all of the things started happening socially.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So by the time I came back home after school stopped, everything, kind of shut down, that's when I wrote the lyrics. And then all of the other things started happening. Right?
Yeah.
So it was like almost like back when I was on top of the mountain where I can see everything high up. It wasn't about me almost. It was almost as if I had mused the song and it was appropriate for what was going on. And I really felt the need to release it during the time. That's when I got with Charlie. We talked about the video and everything. And, it's almost like seeing things, one, from a personal perspective, and then seeing things from this bird's eye view.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this whole song, everything about it, kind of came even before, not everything started, because all this has been going on for so long, but before it was brought up.
Yes.
Wow.
Before the actual, media coverage of everything going on. First it was a personal thing in my life, and then I saw, okay, one, this isn't always about me. because other people need this. Other people need what I have to offer. And, we can get into the habit of soaking over whatever, woe is me. But it's a whole world out there that needs light. And if I can somehow give it in any way, that's my intention. And a lot of people during this time can feel as if they're less, or as if, okay, I guess I'm nobody because this kind of stuff keeps happening, or I can't really achieve because that's what they're saying. The system's against you, it's out against you. So that's where the verse comes in. I am the light, why I'm bright like a star, I'm the world's finest, my specialty's bars. It's it's about a personal thing, and then how can I personally, through what I'm going through, help somebody else get through what they're going through. Might not be the same thing, but can we relate on a level? It's about finding that line.
Because you're also an actor, and where do you think they cross over? Where do you think being a musician and an actor kind of cross? Do they cross even?
Well, the thing is, not only do I act, before I started acting, before I started making music, I was just like a basic artist. So I draw a lot of pictures. I started actually doing a comic book.
Wow.
So one of the things I started understanding about art, because I learned so many different types of art, oil painting, it all does bleed together. Music, acting, and drawing or painting, I can see them all in the same way because they all have that same process. For example, I'll take the basic idea of sketching. When I draw a picture, I sketch it out first, and then I refine and bring everything. I'll even take it, I'll draw the whole picture sometimes, erase it, and then go back where I see the markings that I like and darken them back in to make it perfect and clean. I'll do the same thing applies in a studio, or in a play, right?
Yeah.
While I'm roughing out a scene, I just got the script. I got the script in my hand. We're doing walkthroughs or blocking or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm thinking in the same mindset. It's throw it out rough, and then because you throw it out rough, there's gonna have things that you did not expect to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And those things that you didn't expect to happen are the things that are spectacular. You know what I'm saying? Because art, it's like it's already made, but my job is only to sit back, see it, grab it, and bring it into actuality, into real life. You know what I'm saying? So, just like blocking out a scene when I'm making a song, I'm blocking it out the same way. I can't tell you how many times I got in the studio. I actually I learned this tip from watching it was a Drake interview, I believe, or maybe it was like a Drake interview. He had Justin Bieber in the studio or whatever, and they were on the mic, right? And he had this beat playing, but they were on the mic and they were just getting up there, and he would say a few words, but he's just going in it. He's like, love away. You know what I'm saying? He's just musing. He's just doing exactly what he knows he feels in the moment.
Yeah.
And then he'll sit back and write out the lyrics according to what he's hearing that he laid down. I do that sometimes. I don't always do it like that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how I wrote the hook to Fix It. I was hearing a melody. I don't always record it. I don't necessarily record it, and play it back and listen to it. Sometimes I do that, but
Yeah.
I ran it over. I got this melody. I didn't necessarily know what I was saying, what I wanted to say, but I knew how I felt, and I'm just throwing it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just feeling that vibe, that sound, and I'm running with it. And
Yeah.
as I'm going over it, it's so catchy in my mind. Even though there are no words, it's so catchy in my mind. I'm like, when they hear it, they gonna like it because I know how it's affected me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I keep going over and over that melody until I find a phrase.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, sometimes the phrases come in pieces. So I'll start off at the end and work backwards, or start off at the beginning, or I'll have a phrase that I want in the middle, and I'll put it there, and I'll work my way up to it, and then I'll just fill in the gaps.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I look at it all the same way, and it makes it a freeing experience. It's not necessarily work, even though I'm doing a lot of thinking.
All right, let's get into some personal Judah stuff. We've gotten into so much, and it's been so interesting. So what do you do when you're not creating? You kind of said exercising. What anything else? Like, what is like a hobby of yours? I don't know. Do you have any that you like just throwing out there when you're not being like so creative?
My hobby is literally doing my work, honestly. Like, I don't have hobbies. Like, I've tried playing video games, but I can't keep playing video games. Like, you get what I'm saying?
No,
my brother does it.
I have
all
an
day.
Xbox 360. I bought one when they were there, and I kept playing, and I'm like, I just can't do it either.
And none of them all my friends, they play the game, but it's like I can't. For some reason, I can't. I don't have. It's something I don't like to do. I remember watching my brother as a kid play the game, but what I would do instead I would draw the character or whatever that I was watching him play.
Oh.
We would play like Jack and Daxter a lot on PlayStation 2.
Okay.
And I would draw Jack, jumping up on top of a mushroom or something like that. But yeah, I mean, my other than that, I have a pretty basic schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm not pursuing this, I'm pretty much not doing nothing.
Relaxing.
And
giving some time
pretty
for yourself,
much.
right?
Right.
You gotta. I feel like, especially during this quarantine, it's taught me you gotta do that too, because I feel like that's something that, I mean, whenever you're in a bad state, I mean, your art's gonna be just as bad, or whatever you're doing is gonna be just as bad if you're in that bad space. Because I think it is something that you need to.
One of the things I do.
Yeah.
One of the things I do for myself, like if I'm feeling like, okay, I'm sick of hearing my voice right now because I've been in the studio so long, I feel like I suck right now. You know what I'm saying? I will literally turn all of that stuff off, and I'll either just go sit in silence, or I will play somebody else. I want to hear somebody else's music.
Yeah.
I want it to be a passive experience instead of an aggressive experience, I guess. Where I'm working it out myself, I want it to be something that I'm enjoying. Same thing with movies and like acting. But if I'm not acting, I'll probably watch a movie.
Yeah.
Because that way I'll be able to keep my mind on the goal, right?
Yeah.
And I'll also have kind of a leisure experience.
Definitely.
So yeah, I'm pretty simple, honestly.
No, that makes sense. We're kind of getting to the end, sort of. We ask everyone at the very end of each interview, what's one piece of advice you have for creators around the world right now during this quarantine, for young artists right now, or artists that feel trapped and want to do something but they can't?
Don't. I mean, you don't want to say something as cliche as "don't give up," but don't let it make you feel like it's the end of all things. Like, hold up, bro. You know, at the end of the day, human beings have a way of surviving and getting through some dark things because of art, because of some sort of creativity. And it's insane. You know, I remember, you know, like if you learn about like slaves back in the day, they would sing a lot of spiritual songs. They would do a lot of singing while they would be working because the singing would help them pass the time. So even though it feels like you're trapped, you know what I'm saying, there is a way to do something, you know what I'm saying? There is a way. You know, I recorded my first mixtape on my mom's laptop with my brother's gaming mic, and I got on a free program and downloaded free YouTube beats and figured out how to, you know, engineer it and make it sound halfway decent. You know, so you can learn so much from that because it's all the same stuff. You know, a lot of people, you know, feel like just because it's not there yet, it's not what I saw, it can't happen. That's not true.
Yeah.
You know, you have to believe what you saw can happen and still reach for it, even though that, you know, it might be a little tighter right now. Keep your head up. It's, you know, we're hoping for this thing to come to an end at some point.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, we'll still need artists. So please don't forget that.
Definitely. Great piece of advice. All right. Well, Judah, thank you. We like to do the last minute here. Is there anything up and coming or anything where we could go check you out, how to support you, where to go watch some of your videos, songs, anything? Huge shout out to Charlie Murphy, by the way, for that video. We love you, Charlie. But yeah, last minute. It's all yours, Judah. Let's go.
Check me out on, you know, Instagram, JudahOfficial7. I have a SoundCloud link to it. I have a Spotify account, which I will be dropping an album soon. It's time coming soon. That's a whole thing, and we're working on it. It's gonna take some time, but I will be putting out posts on Instagram. That's my main thing, and once it hits, it'll hit all platforms. So whatever you have, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Prime, whatever, it'll be on there. But JudahOfficial7, that's my Instagram account. Holla at me.
All right. Hey, Judah, thanks for being here. It was a very interesting conversation. I feel like we got into so many different aspects of the whole, just the industry at large, honestly, and not just even we didn't even pigeonhole ourselves. Although we talked a lot about music, we talked about so much because you're right, it all kind of does bleed together. And that's why I think one thing that like I try to do on this show is bring so many different type of artists, because at the end of the day, a lot of them are so similar, what like different in their artistic ways, but so similar in the way that they express things or understand things. And I really loved everything you were saying today, and thank you so much for being on the show. And yeah,
dude, thank you for having me on here, man, for sure.
Of course, man. Thank you. All right, guys, episode 4. I think it's 4 with Judah. Thank you for being here. We love you. Have a good one, STL. Peace. Hey guys, do you want to be a part of this Sky's Limit? I know you do. I know you do. I know you do. So fill out the Google submissions and show us something creative because I want to interview you. Come on, you know I do. And also subscribe. I need it, baby. I need you, baby. Let's create a community. Let's have some fun. I want some baby back ribs. Sorry, that was just like me being me. Bye.